Shalom, shalom, y'all. So I've been in this Kolbrin Bible, and I listen to Big Judah videos and Drop Nation, a couple people, and I'm about to read y'all something. It's the Scrolls of Herakat. Um, when I read this to y'all, this is our people's book from on the other side, over there in England, Britain, and that land. This is their book. This is their accounts. This is amazing. Y'all need to hear this. And I think I'm gonna grab my Book of Mormon, because I guarantee you I can precept this Bible with the Book of Mormon, because a lot of stuff they're saying is in the Book of Mormon, and the names are different. But a lot of the names you're going to be able to understand, or pretty much pull them out, by the way they're, being sounded, that the way they sound, and what I'm reading. So this is truly. I mean, I was really, my mouth dropped open when I read this. I really was like, oh my goodness. But I'm gonna read this to y'all, brothers and sisters, man. And if you gotta play it back and listen to it a couple times, you will understand what's being said to us. It's chapter 33, the Scroll of Herakat. Great God of wisdom, help me in my transcription of these ancient writings, that they may be true record. For I am not learned in letters, as was Sofer. I am unskilled even as a scribe. Man is a battleground. He is a torn apart and struggle in the struggle between his two selves. He dwells in the dark night of ignorance. From Ramaku of the seven cities, land of copper. Y'all, listen to what I just said. From Ramaku of the seven cities, land of copper. Y'all see where I'm going? Came the people of light. That's talking about our people. This is talking about this land we're in. And they brought with them out of their transparent temples. Said their temples were transparent, meaning as you can see through them, the light that shines when darkness falls without being lit, led by the old bald one. I'm going to read this again. When darkness falls without being lit, led by the old bald-headed one. I'm sorry, y'all. The old bald-headed one. He whose name is not spoken. They came out of the west at the sun setting. That's where we're at, not the north. We're in the west. They came from the place where now the sun goes down. In the days when the western wilderness was green and sand had not replaced the waters, when the outlands nourished cattle and sheep, fed, fed, fed where now there is naught but rock and stone. The this word is it's a weird pronunciation, but you're gonna the last syllable I'm gonna say in this word, you should be able to catch on to it. It's called Tardidians, like Indians. Tardidians. Welcome them not, but they pass safely through the westward places to the land of Ansabaya, sorry, and were succored. I don't know what that means. I guess it's succored, and fed. They brought to the people many things, for wise they were and learned. They were men of wisdom. Truth is not from the multitude. Dirty hands despoiled fine linen. The high-born have their estates, and the lowly ones have their appointed places. Truth is not sold in the marketplace, nor can riches alone obtain it. Few enter the great chambers to die and to live. The temples were fine shells, but the carnal was dead inside. When men lacked food of life, the true God was guided and hidden by the false gods. He spoke in the hearts of the wise, but the people heard the voice in the stone. Their ears were closed to all but the voices of men. Some places there were in olden times for all gods. The pillars were not yet stood up. The stones were not yet in their places, and the house of the hidden secrets was not yet in the land. Then temples were built in splendor, and priests were comforted in mansions. Great gardens and fields were the property of the gods of men. Remember that video I did? Well, I told you on Godzilla they were calling us the gods. Wow, they had great herds of cattle in their pastures. Within the worship and ritual, amid the pomp enshrining the little gods, shone the light of truth, which was the revelation of the true God. It was known to few, and fewer understood it. 7 years, men being chosen, waited and were called. 7 years they served, and 7 years they ministered at the feet of their masters of instruction. They were passed into bleak caverns to die, and know God, and called forth with the sure knowledge of truth. Thus men were made servants of the one true God. Thus they knew the truth which may not be written, for many read who are not with us in God. There are writings which speak truly, but they are no longer with us. The arisen ones know the secrets of the lesser gods, who are no more than this. The great scales weigh the soul by its appearance in the netherworld, and thus it its place is anointed is appointed. Sorry, y'all. Its virtues form its food, but no man eats the filth that has he is his. I'm a little nervous. I don't know. This thing got me jittery. That's why I'm kind of like jumping around, messing up words. And plus, the letters are small. He who devours souls is but the dark cave of horror, which opens to receive dark souls into infinitive darkness. The Rakima. Don't this sound like the Ruach? But let's just keep reading because I don't want to say this is what that means, and it could be mean something else. The Rakima watches in silence. Patiently, it sits waiting for the day of the destroyer. It will come in 100 generations, as is written in the great vault. All men are not equal in heart and spirit. Is the southern man learned, or the Ambric man brave? The land of incense bestows all good things upon its inhabitants, yet they are not great. The land of bright waters raises nothing but trees and grass, yet its people are strong, and the lion does not equal them in courage. Above the waters of heaven and below, above are the waters of heaven, and below are the waters, the dark region. Yet they are not two waters, but one. That's a precept in Genesis. The waters above and the waters below, they're connected right there. There is the fire above and the fire below. Precept that was in Enoch, where it talks about the great flame that came out of the that went through the temple. Yet there are not two fires but one. The Lady of Ladies is arrayed in a radiant garment. When it dims the great trial begins. Her footsteps do not waver. Her path is straight, but beware when she wavers and is inconsistent. Great mistress of the stars, let us abide in peace, for we fear the revelation of your horns. Remain ever constant as a good wife to the Lord of the day. When women are as men and inconsistent as women, the hour approaches when the great lady will wander. When men and women meet as one in likeness, jeez, this is crazy. The fiery heralds will appear in the darkness of the sky vault. That's talking about what we're seeing right now, the chariots. You know, what they tell you look like fire in the sky, and I don't know if y'all seen them videos with the seraphims flying around, the angels, the fiery, the burning ones. Yeah, the fiery heralds will appear in the darkness of the sky vault. Man twirls the drill in his hand. Whoa, wait a minute, what? Man twirls the drill in his hand. He is the master of fire, but the day comes when fire will leap forth from the heart of the stone and consume him. Let's talk about volcanoes. Men read the great book of the master of the hidden temple. They die and take with them, but there is no power in their words. And who but we, the enlightened ones, know the hidden meanings? It is not for those dead to the earth who step forth in the netherworld, but for those who died and remain with us. Men, my fault, y'all. Men make offerings for their fathers after the custom of their fathers. The motions are those of their fathers, but their hearts remain locked. It is foolishness. In the first book, it is written, words that do not produce deeds are as thistled down on the wind. They were better never uttered. The soul of a man is as a bird that knows of a place to which it must journey, but which it has never seen yet. It departs on the appointed day. Men have gods in heaven and gods on earth, but heaven is for gods and earth for men. Thus did we write our down doom. I said down. Thus did we write our own doom. That's the worship of idols, things in heaven and on earth. In the secrets of the soul, it is written, the soul of a man is not a small thing inside him, but wraps him about. It is greater than the boundaries of the land of the reed and the lily, and reaches out beyond the stars. To live, man must believe in his soul. Belief comes not from outside teaching, but from listening to its whisper. Wow. Listen, I just was talking about this. Remember I told y'all that thought, what we call it, our first instant, and I told you that's your spirit speaking to you. This just confirmed what I said. I'm going to read it again. To live, man must believe in his soul, right? Your first instant, that thought you have, that first thought, that's your spirit speaking. Belief comes not from outside teaching, but from listening to its whispers. Unbelief comes from stopping the ears to its murmurs. Read the sacred writings diligently and hear the voice of instruction. Gotta listen. We gotta listen. Wow, this is crazy. Masters with receptive heart, so you may furnish your soul with nourishment, and it shall not wither from any lack of sustenance. The seed of truth came to the black fertile land in olden times and were planted in well watered soils. Pontus was not yet born. It grew not in the light of the sun, for ignorant men would cut it down. In the dark places it flourished. Earth is a strange place, and stranger the creature who rules it. Then came the dawn of the brighter day. The tree was goodly, and its leaves filled both the land of the white crown and the land of the red crown. In a day of darkness men came who exposed it, and the king said, cut it down, lest it choke us with wisdom. Jeez. The tree died, but its seeds falling into the red soil lived, and from them saplings grew. This is talk. This sounds like when the Most High said his vines, you know about the trees, and it says clear away the all the like the weeds and stuff, so that it can grow up strong. This is what it sounds like to me. I'm gonna start this over again. The tree died, but its seeds falling into the red soil lived. Red, you know what color red is? Copper. And from them saplings grew. They were sheltered under the strong arm of the east. Yup, this is exactly what this is. Then came one who was Lord of the sweet breeze, one who had sat beneath the tree of life, and he raised up a city to the veiled truth. All right. Over the great road, it was by way of Lados. It lay. He revealed the light of truth darkly to the people, but they were people of the night, and even its dim flame consumed them. The child of good intentions may be fair or dark. Hmm. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna read this whole chapter, y'all. All right. The guardians of truth covered the bright flame, and even its glow was seen no more by the people. No unlearned man again saw the light. A treasure in the hands of a few is great to each, shared among many. It has little value for one. We had been told the ways of man from olden times, but we needed not the warning. Now the truth is scattered to the four corners of the earth. Thus it was foretold it should be. Therefore it is appointed. A tree scattered its seeds by the thousand. Wow. Just talking about us. Yet, but one may spring to life, and that may lay long in the soil. These writings have been rewritten with diligent care. They have been transcribed exactly as they are. No one thought or belief of mine has gone into them. Oh, he's saying none of his thoughts went to this writing. May those to whom they come as a heritage be no less circumspect in dealing with them. This is our stuff, y'all. This is our book. Now it may have it actually has stories about the Gentiles and stuff, but this is our book. This is definitely our book. And I read a story before where it talks about the Saxons coming and attacking the brothers that was on the other side that were taken into captivity. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna read it to y'all. All right, so I'm gonna upload this and I'm gonna look for that, and then I'm gonna do another video and I'm gonna put that up there so y'all can see that, because this I'm gonna prove to y'all this is our book. Shalom, y'all.